Nothing no wrong with fail and no watch that. Learn from your mistake. Rich man I eat steak. How you fi pray that? Range up on each gate. Grow your blossom and watch how your tree grow. Don't sell your soul for eBay. Focus on yourself in a real way. Me I talk to myself as well. If you take me one medicine.
Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over. Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over. We've come too far to give up. 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 Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over.
We have come too far, ladies and gentlemen, to give up. It's Lunch with TC, the naked truth. I am your captain speaking. Yes, I want to say a pleasant good afternoon to those of you who are watching on Facebook live. Mad love and respect to you guys. I want to say maximum respect to those of you who are watching on FLEXXFM.online. Maximum respect to you. Those of you who are watching on Caribbean Radio HD2.com. Mad love and respect to you guys too as well. We appreciate and love the support all day, every day. All right? Again, it's Lunch with TC, the naked truth. And just to remind you, I am your captain speaking. So let's pilot the ship out to sea, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Let's go on a voyage right now. Cool. So yesterday we had some intense conversation, ladies and gentlemen, and we talked. Our discussion yesterday relies about a number of things. What make some headlines here on FLEXX FM, and what make the headlines here, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of those things that I will say to you, and I will say to you respectfully, that we're living in a very serious time, ladies and gentlemen. We have to be careful and mindful of what we do, what we say, how we say it. And nowadays, it's very hard to speak the naked truth. Hence, you may offend some, if not all. So, if that is the case, and you may offend some, ladies and gentlemen, what would you rather? This is my question to you. What would you rather? Would you rather tell a lie, or you would speak the truth no matter how much one's feeling is being hurt? This is why the world is the way it is, ladies and gentlemen, because of the system that we have, and the system that is operating, and the system that is put in place to guide us. It's leading us in down the wrong path, so to speak. Because so many times politicians have come around and they say to us, they're going to help us through this. And then when they get elected, then we see nor hear from them again. We have religious leaders, just the same, come in with good intention, and then after which we don't see where the good intention has gone. It has gone through the door. I'm not quite sure what is happening, but this is why we come here and we talk about those issues, ladies and gentlemen. There's a couple of things that we're going to be discussing today that's going to be mind-boggling to some. Some of you are already faced with such reality, so you're going to say, boy, TC, I'm glad that you touched on the topic, you know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, when we come here and we talk about issues, we don't just come talk about what's troubling or bothering to us personally. But I talk about the issues that you guys send me in my email, send me in the text box, in a chat, send me in a WhatsApp message. Some of the issues that you guys call me personally. And why we don't just come and just talk about the issue like that. What we do, we comb through it first. We have to ensure that what is it that we're coming to you and have the discussion on, we have somewhat of a knowledge about that issue. So with we coming in not blinded, then it's like, why talk about it and we have no knowledge of it? But when we can educate ourselves with the issue and then we can come and have a sit down, then we'll have a better reasoning at the table. Yes. Sean Stewart, 007, welcome, my brother. So we will have a better reason, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, it ends one of the reasons why you see so much papers. It's the research that goes into, getting this information out to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. What are we here for? Are we here to talk about who divorced them husband, who wear what to the club? Are we here to talk about what pastor did last Sunday, or the deacon, our first lady? Are we here to talk about what our political leader has been engaged in their private life? Are we here to talk about celebrities? No. Again, we're here to talk about the issues that matters the most. Issues that reflects on your life, my life, and the life in our bubble, in our circle, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why we have this platform, to be a little bit more productive in a sense where we can talk about things that inspiring to us. We inspire the youth, curve the youth's their mind into a different path, a different way of thinking. We can empower a youth, letting a youth know that, hey, there is more to life than what you think. Because these youth nowadays feel like they have been beat down so much and suppressed so much, like they just feel like giving up. And this is why we have this platform to say, hey, we're here with you. We make it entertaining at times. And what I just described to you, ladies and gentlemen, is the motto of the station. We're here to inspire, empower, and entertain. It's something that we all have to do here on this station. Yes. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me get down to the meat of the business, because I cannot do this show without inspiring someone, empowering someone, and at the same time, entertain someone. But nevertheless, let's inform someone. Ladies and gentlemen, the weather condition for South Florida, where we're located, is currently 82 degrees and mostly sunny. Mostly sunny. I like that, because guess what? It's getting cold for some people in some areas, like in New York, New Jersey, tri-state area, and so forth. Yeah, man, it's getting a little bit chilly in those areas. Even north of Florida here, too, it's just the same. Bobette, my sister, it's always a pleasure seeing you here. Trust and believe that, for real. Especially in these day and age. You see somebody today, tomorrow you hear say it's condolences and RIPs. For real. So I appreciate you. I love you, my sister. Thanks for being here. The real feel, ladies and gentlemen, is 82, and it feels like 82, so it is exactly what it is. And I suppose it's going to be partly sunny skies with an high of 86 degrees later on throughout the day. Today we're midday, we're halfway through the day already. So, so later on between 1 and 2 when it gets into that peak, it's going to be peaked out at 86 degrees. So that's what it's like here in the sunny city of Fort Lauderdale, South Florida. Now, it's very nice outside, so it's a great day not for you to just sit around not doing anything. If it's even for go walk the puppies, even for go walk your cat, because the other day I see one woman walk a cat. Couldn't believe it, shocked me. For real, but hey, nothing about this world should be shocking to anybody in this day and age now, right? For real. So yes, make use of this day, ladies and gentlemen, and do something productive with it. If it even mean you have a pool you can't swim, just gotta go put your foot in there and flash your foot. Yeah. And dip the water and spread it on your hand or something. If you're allergic to chlorine water and so forth, go to the beach. Enjoy the beach, That's a very natural place to be. And of course, on a day like this, when it is sunny, because this is Florida, it will be sunny for the next 15 minutes and the next 30 minutes of pure rain. You don't know Florida's there already, for real. So, hey, let's make use of it. So it's currently 82 degrees. It's going to go to a high of 86 degrees. Later on, it's going to drop to high 70s later on in the night tonight. That's making it a real cool night. You know what I mean? For real. All right, so there's some news that's breaking, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to share the highlights with you right here. Now, let me start with this one. I've talked to you yesterday about what's happening in Haiti in terms of the kidnapping, ladies and gentlemen. 17 missionaries was kidnapped in Haiti. Now, I am saying to myself, now, I like to be open-minded when it comes down to stories like this. I don't just like to present the story. I like to think about the story. So I like to make a couple phone calls here and there because, honestly, I think I have an equal amount of Haitian friends and family, just like I have Jamaican friends and family. For real, I do. No, I have enough that I can call and say, what's the situation going on the grounds there in Haiti? And then when I get their story, then I call another friend and get that story, and put the two together, and then you can make our own little judgment and assessment by the stories that we're getting. And sometimes, it's good to link your friend that you have in the military, the force over there, because they are the one up front and know what's going on. Yes, so it's real. It's happening for real, ladies and gentlemen. Some Haitian had kidnapped some American and Canadian missionary workers. And when you hear the word missionary, you know what that means, right? It's not just missionary workers don't just only go over to these countries to minister. They don't go into the rich area to talk to the rich. They go into the low, the poverty area, the garrison, the ghettos. How do I know that? I was just coming off a missionary work, ladies and gentlemen. FLEXX FM had went to Belize to do some missionary work with some missionary, of course. Now, Jesus and peace. What if something like this did happen to us while we were in Belize? Because trust me, we went to the garrison area in Belize, and this is where the missionary workers and goes out to where the place have less food, less clothing and stuff like that. So when them collect the donation through their church funding or through whatever organization that sponsors them, they take these donations and bring it down to these places and distribute them out evenly amongst the people that are less fortunate. The ones that are not getting the stimulus. So, how can you now have persons that are doing this kind of work and yet still you're going to kidnap the people for ransom? Now, this is nothing different now, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is nothing new in Haiti. A lot of kidnapping going on in Haiti. I have a friend, more like a family member, who was kidnapped. So I know that firsthand. I knew this probably around 7 years ago. And because his family in Haiti is one of those family that, those eye-color Haitians with money. Yes, you do have those kinds, yes. It's one of those eye-color Haitians in Haiti. And I am saying to myself that if them can do that to them own people, then here comes now persons who have compassion and who have heart said, yo, what can we do for Haiti? Because trust me, a lot of times when aid goes to Haiti, it's not necessarily Haitians here rally around and do it, It's other ethnic groups, ladies and gentlemen, other nationalities are rally around and do some things because there was an earthquake or a hurricane and people are trying to see what they can do. And for Haitians to be doing this to their brothers and sisters, and then now they start to do it to those who are coming down. So what you have to know? So you have a lot of other persons who want to help now, Other persons that want to help out are going to be reluctant in helping now. Because if the missionary group that I work close with here in South Florida say that, yo, we are going to go do something wrong, me I got to think twice about it. I don't want to be behind a camera shooting and then me only have camera shoot but them have something else to shoot. No, that's not the kind of shootout I want to be in. Let's use camera and camera. But that's not the kind of shootout I would want to be in. So while we were there shooting in Belize, ladies and gentlemen, we get to meet some great people and those kind people, kind-hearted people, and we went around and we talked with these persons. We said people really need help in this country. Now, if that group come to me and say, TC, we'll go Haiti, I won't take the staff from FLEXX FM to bring in such hostile situation, knowing these are the news that's coming into our newsroom. No, I wouldn't even ask Caribbean Radio HD family to get involved. And it would be a good reason, a good cause to help to, let's join hands together and helping to do something meaningful for people who is deserving of this assistance. With what's happening right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, it is sad. Pretty much sad in such a way that I don't think that people are going to even start to look into lending and helping. And I remember this organization, and which I'm very close with again, ladies and gentlemen, Food for the Poor. Yes, very close with them. And with that being said, I said to myself that, you know what we can do? We can join forces with Food for the Poor and help them in what cost they're doing. I went into a meeting with them and we sit down and we discuss. They did their gala, raise some funds and everything, just to build homes. And this was after the earthquake in Haiti. And just to build homes and so forth for the unfortunate ones who lost everything in the earthquake. I mean, I tell you, boy, breaking news today. Haiti kidnappers demand 17 million in exchange for American and Canadian missionaries. Now, an armed gang in Haiti, authorities said, is holding 17 Americans and Canadians missionary hostage, has reportedly requested a total of 17 million in ransom or 1 million for each person held captive. Now, 1 Canadian and 16 American were captured on Saturday by a 400 Mawuzo. So it's a Mawuzo gang, ladies and gentlemen. That's the name of the gang, Mawuzo gang. Following a visit to an orphanage. Now, can I tell you this? It's an orphanage of people them gone, you know. And the Mawuzo gang come in and deal with the thing the way how them deal with it. Now, they control a particular region, ladies and gentlemen, and it's northeast suburb outside the nation's capital, which is Port-au-Prince, which you all know that already, which is part of the region controlled by the kidnappers. Now, if you know, say, kidnappers control a certain region, what kind of military force you have there? That is not, I know that, and now go down there. I would have say, who said? Oh, look, Lero. I said, me now go down there. Because him say, no, go no, they down there. Down in the ghetto. But if you know that, ladies and gentlemen, and you understand the region, then you don't feel like this country has 16 of them citizens in the whole Ampan, you know, and Canada in the whole Ampan, one of them citizens. You don't think that they are going to join forces together and come down there. So me I say now to myself, and this is just my opinion I'm sharing with you guys. I remember how Haiti got their independence. Do you think that that will work? I think that what should happen here, and this is my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, I keep stressing that, because oftentimes I'm misunderstood. I've been misconstrued so many times. No, don't you think that the Canadian and the Americans will join forces? Because I don't think it's in their policy to do ransom. I don't think so. These people came in good faith. They came to assist the needy. And you guys step outside of the bound. Now, I am all for Haiti. You already know. It's like Haitian blood run through me, the way me talk about Haiti. Sometimes some things will happen to Haiti, I wonder how other countries not lend a helping hand and what's going on. Now, with this news breaking and so forth, Lord Jesus, you're going to make those gang, you know, ladies and gentlemen, the Mahuzo gang right now make it bad for every other person who is in poverty in Haiti. No country is going to tell their citizen to go on any missionary service. And you don't know, every 2 months something terrible, some natural disaster hit Haiti. Haiti suffer from natural disaster worse than poverty. For real. Now, wouldn't this be making it bad for you guys, man? Come on, man. Now, my thing is, where's the justice force? Now, the justice minister confirmed that FBI and Haitian police have since made contact with the gang, who have demanded millions in exchange for the group. He told the Wall Street Journal on Monday, which was yesterday. Now, some members of the group were able to send message of help amid the chaos of their capture. Now, some people just quickly and swiftly fast. That's why I'm going to say need to have a smartphone. All you have to do is just say it quick and fast and it disperses it. Right, Kojo? Welcome. Yeah. Please pray for us. We are being held hostage. The kidnappers, our driver. They kidnapped our driver. Now, The person wrote according to the Washington Post. Pray, 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 pray. We don't know where they are taking us. Wow, imagine that. That sounds like a movie. For real. Imagine that. Now, my advice, and I may this may not hold water, but it's just my advice. My advice is to take 2 steps back from that. Just release the people and tell them thank you for them missionary services and so forth. Call it a day. You want $1 million per person, so when you get the $1 million, what are you going to do with it? What is arms like? Why are these gangs that move like they are Talibans or they are Al-Qaeda's? I don't know. Just recently, the president of Haiti was assassinated on the grounds in Haiti. It wasn't in a foreign country, but home. Makes you wonder, eh? Ah, boy. And to think this is a place I go to, you know. Yeah. I tell you, boy, it's just one of those things. These are the stories sometimes I hate to, report, and I hate to even share my own opinion where it's concerned. But it's one of the reasons why we're here. Let's see how this unfolds. We know that the United States doesn't negotiate ransoms when it comes on to kidnapping and so forth, because once you start it, everybody else you're gonna make it bad for every other American who want to visit other countries. Everybody gonna feel like if the Asian them can get 17 mil, we supposed to can get 30 or so forth. You know what I mean? So it's gonna make traveling sticky, so to speak. Yeah, very sticky. Other thing making the headline, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if you guys hear about this, but then this is something that is definitely flexing. Not trending, flexing, because we have to be careful of the words that we use. This is what flexing, ladies and gentlemen, on our news brief. Now, Christina Nance body was found in a police van in Huntsville, Alabama. A police now face questions. No, they're police, you know. Now, listen, why I say I have to be open-minded, ladies and gentlemen, is because somebody probably can do it, and put it in the police unit, and then make it look like it's a point of finger at the police. Or it could be a case where, yes, the police do it, but why would they even do, what clever person, what smart person, the phone will tell you, let's just ask Siri or so, should I do this? The phone will say, yeah, idiot. Just say, okay, Siri, can I leave the body in my police unit? The Siri look by you and say, yeah, idiot. Go dump that somewhere else, man. Their smartphone will be a little bit more smart. These devices are much smarter than human beings nowadays, and it's human beings who are creating these devices. I am baffled by it. Authorities in Huntsville, Alabama, are facing questions surrounding the discovery, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Now, the discovery of this situation here, it's serious. And first thing, let's find out who discovered the young lady. So, police in Alabama, ladies and gentlemen, are facing questions about the discovery of a woman's body in the back of a rarely used police van. Rarely used, police van. Listen, there's some keywords here you need to pay attention to. Rarely used police van in a police parking lot. A police officer discovered the body of Christina Nance on October 7 in an unoccupied van in the back corner of a parking lot at the Huntsville Police Safety Complex. Huntsville Deputy Police Chief Dwayne McCarver said at a news briefing Friday, Nan's family had reported her missing October 2nd. So October 2nd, then found the body October 7th, which was 5 days after, less than a week, or round the top. Now, the officer noticed her shoes next to the van and approached, discovering Mrs. Nance's body inside. Windows and the van were observed to be open, and this type of van. Okay, so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this have a suspicious thing about it. There was a case I was watching recently, and while watching that case, the case was about a young lady that filed charge against a police officer that wrongfully stopped her and fondled her, she said. Fondle, let's use the word fondle, right, and fondle her. Now, when the body cam shows and everything, it shows that she wasn't fondled. She wasn't molested. So now I think they are countersuing that claims. And she said that upon the stop, she wasn't harsh or anything of that sort. I'm not sure if there was anything out or missing why he put her in a handcuff and put her in his car. Now, it's good when the body cam rolling up because that's the officer's voice. And it's also good when you, as the person who got pulled over, take your cell phone out and roll your camera because that will be your voice, because we already know things can be altered. So we already know that this is how this thing goes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes down to stuff like that, when the heat, we have to be careful of the way we accuse certain things, because then it makes it look bad for the person who really and truly got molested and has been violated. I think when a police stop a car and it's a female, it's best you detain the person on the spot and call a female officer to the scene. I think that's how it should go. It's like a domestic call. You know, a domestic call between a man and a woman most time. So what you do when the 911 call make, what you do, you bring out a male and a female cop to deal with the situation. And I think this is how it should be dealt with, across the board. And again, that's my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. But yes. So, Christina Nance, body was found in a police van. This is a story that we have to follow. No one knows if it is done by a police or by somebody else, but who have access to the police van and who have access to the police complex like that to even come park up the van there. This is an open and closed case still, if you know what I mean. Yeah, man. But definitely we are following this one up, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll let you know more about this one in details, all right? But it's very interesting. It's a very good story to discuss. Now, there's a breaking news that's trending right here. That's flexing rather right here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the teen accused of killing Hollywood police officer Yande Chirino, after shooting him in the face, had been released from jail in the Miami-Dade County 30 days ago on burglary, trespassing, and possession of cocaine charges. Now, Jason Benegas, who is 18 years old, ladies and gentlemen, kept his head bowed during most of the first appearance in a Broward County courtroom Tuesday morning, which was today. Now, Judge Tabitha Blackman ordered him held without bond. So you know that Gardena. Now, the slain officer was shot in the face by the teen suspect who was let out of jail just 30 days ago. Now, Benegas will be represented by the public defendant officer. No, Benegas, you're dead. That's it. With them, I'm thinking about why the confrontation, why, I don't know. Let's hear it word down. It all started with a call about a suspicious person, ladies and gentlemen. A young man told around on a bright red bicycle. No, so that brother, a bright red bicycle. So if you pull up and you see a bright red bicycle, pray to God, just one bright red bicycle there about. You know, because sometimes these things happen, you know. You get a call about a bright red bicycle and you see another person a pass on a bright red bicycle. And it's how you go about it. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's the one, you know. But based on the call that you get, you have to carefully, you know, corral this person and the way that you go about detaining and questioning this person too, as well. But these are the training that me here so them I do now with the police force and how to deal with these kind of cases. However, I guess that I gotta go back to square one after this, because it started when I call about a suspicious person, a young man who is told around on a bright red bicycle, pulling up to a parked car and giving the door handle a good tug simply mean that he might try break into a car, it seems. But within 25 minutes, a police called to the upscale suburban neighborhood. The emergency was no longer about a possibility burglary on a bike. Now, a flurry of police in tactical gear rushes over the neighborhood after a police officer was shot and killed. Now, this led to an overnight search, ladies and gentlemen, on a man with a bicycle. Now, it's an overnight search by foot and ear, and that go on for hours. And listen, and this is I quote, "I think I've got an officer shot right now." A winded officer shouted into the police radio just before midnight on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a nice neighborhood in here. I think this is in Florida here now, in Hollywood. It's Emerald Hills. That's the kind of upscale neighborhood. So them people are not too accustomed to them kind of incident and police light and them neighborhood, you know. For real. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this I got bad for this kid, because here's why. Sorry. This kid just come out of jail 30 days ago. Literally a month. And this is what happened. Where is the rehabilitation? For real. Now, when somebody go in a jail and face such charges, now listen up. Burglary, trespassing, and possession of cocaine charges. That's a number of charges, you know. And after 30 days, you're out. And within 30 days, you kill someone. Not only just someone, but a law enforcement officer. This no look good for this young man at all, bossy. For real. Nothing about this no look good. This no spell nothing good. The react, how the parents react, I don't know. But listen me, if you make your bed, you're going to lie in it, bossy. If you make your bed, you're going to lie in it. But it's just sad. Another condolences to another family member, ladies and gentlemen. For real. Things that make you go, boy, I don't know what kind of world is we are living in, man. It's sickening. For real. Now, I move on to a little place where I know very well. Very, very well. That little place is called Jamaica. Yes, man. And now, there's a couple stories that is coming out of Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't like really talk about them gruesome thing, ladies and gentlemen. But it's a gruesome killing. It's a bedridden woman chopped to death. Yes. Now the gruesome killing of a 76-year-old farmer, Violet Walcott. I'm really scared of myself because this could have been my mother. For real. Ladies and gentlemen, them say bedridden. So you know what that mean. Right? Now, this is in the country here, which is Trelawney. Now, it's a gruesome killing of a 76-year-old farmer, Violet Walcott, of All Sides Community, Trelawney, who was discovered chopped to death on Sunday night, has caused major unrest among residents. Has to. On Monday, a group of angry residents were seen gathering outside Walcott homes, lashing out at her grandson, who was taken into custody by the police for questioning. The police reported that Walcott resides with her 26-year-old grandson. It is further reported that about 10:30 p.m., the grandson said he left his grandmother lying in bed and went to a neighborhood bar. He returned to the house about 11:30 p.m. to discover her lying in a pool of blood with multiple chop wounds to her head. The police were summoned. The scene was processed and Walcott was transported to the Falmouth Hospital where she was pronounced dead. Her grandson was also taken into custody for questioning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I really don't understand who will chop up a bedridden lady. For real. And bedridden mean like she can heal and in bed or I don't even know how to describe this situation, but 76-year-old, come on now. That doesn't sound like a woman will get herself trouble. I don't know the woman, but at that age, how much damage a woman they can do? For real. At that age. That is sad. That's some sad news. Anyway, moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Abducted girl found. Winshay Barrett. Now, Winshay Barrett, ladies and gentlemen, was a girl from St. Thomas that we were talking about yesterday, the 13-year-old. Yes. Now, a pouring cat was instrumental yesterday in landing a search party. And listen, when me tell you say the community come out, the village come out. The village come out, ladies and gentlemen, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't understand when I use the term, it take a village. In Jamaica, this is what it means. Now, when I come to another country, I get a culture shock. If somebody child go missing, people just, whatever, call the police now. These people in Jamaica took it upon themselves to get a group of persons and said we need to go left, east, west, north and south and search until we find her. They weren't waiting on the police and they went and of course they found her. And they found her alive too. For real. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, before I go to this break, there's some disturbing news about coming out of Montego Bay, Jamaica. Kevin Smith, I think, is the pastor name. And when I hear Kevin Smith, I know of someone that I know who is an artist, a gospel artist. And when I hear say a pastor, I say, I wonder if I might Kevin Smith, you know. But when our correspondent in Jamaica sent us the video footage, still pictures, and some text messages and voice notes, we get the whole shebang to go through. And when our correspondent sent those to us and we're going through it, I saw that, based on the pictures, I saw that this pastor looked like a celebrity pastor. Simply mean he was in pictures with people in politics. He was pictures with, top celebrity entertainers. And they were all happy to be around this individual, not knowing that this was a cult. This person. Now, in Norwood, Montego Bay. Now is a place where I go and I stay sometime when I'm in Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. I think when I first visit Montego Bay, I was in Salt Spring, and then they left from Salt Spring and bought a property in Norwood. And this place was in Norwood. So it's a place that I know very well. And I can tell you this much. Being there and looking around, there's some decent houses in Norwood. So like some money spent up in Norwood. But Norwood, I really want a little garrison, but a garrison with a change, so to speak. You know what I mean? People are dead for hunger down there. Or should I say up there, because it's like going up a hill in Norwood. But this brother here now, Mr. Smith, Kevin Smith, had former coup, or I don't know what it is. He was a popular pastor at a popular church, probably former my own church. And this is what I've been told, it's alleged. So, therefore, there was something going on that sparked the attention of police officers, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and upon arrival, they saw some disturbing things that was going on. All that and more we'll be having a small discussion on, not a long discussion, a small discussion on when we return from the break here, ladies and gentlemen, stay with me, please. And while you're staying with me, bear with me because better days are coming. We come too far to give up now as Jamaicans, both yard and abroad. So we won't give up. So I want you to listen to this Vybz Kartel very, very well, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man. Better days are just right there. It's raining now, but we're going to sing the Jimmy Cliff song so I can see clearly now the rain is gone. But here's Vybz Kartel, ladies and gentlemen. We come too far to give up, man. Better days are ahead. All right? We'll be right back after this quick break right here on the only station that matters. Keep your head up, my people.
We've come too far to give up. 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 Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over.
Life still high, but me still not go dead. Strength of the key, me no lock out myself. Pray what you need and buckle up your belt. Save up your money and turn it in a wealth. Me and no God no, just a man who far from perfect. Like you, me no have every answer. Just be the best version of yourself.
Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over.
No.
Morning radio should be far from boring. It should be spicy with a splash of awesome sauce. Look who's back, your host, Destiny, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. FLEXX FM to inspire, empower, and entertain. Don't mute my sound. Monday through Friday, 8 to 10. Log in. Do the right thing. FLEXX FM.
No political warfare. No more blackmailing, more killing. No more disregard for human life.
DJ Shenta Days represent for the real ass. Born like the 90s costume party. Yo, check it out. October the 30th is all about Bad Light 90s, the costume party. Yeah, Valencia's 5801 Margate Boulevard, Margate, Florida. Ufa party. DJ Shenta Days. Yeah man, music was Super Twitch, DJ Wizard, Ecstatic, Kevin Steele, DJ Clive and DJ Karma. I know say a conscience are represented fullest, don't miss that. Hey, don't miss it. Hey, see them. One more year for Kadema.
And the Galleon Foundation presents the Caribbean Food and Rum Festival. Come and enjoy a wide variety of rums, food, and lots of fun with live performances from Third World, Barrington Levy, Allison Hines, Patrice Robert, Peter Ram, Julian Believe, and many more. Now on Sunday, December the 12th at Arch Park, downtown Hollywood. Tickets available at CaribbeanVillage.net. Must adhere to all COVID-19 protocols to enter venue.
Sellers, buyers, homeowners, everyone, the Barrett Group is here to get you the home you need. Selling a home or property? The Barrett Group can be reached at 954-306-8607 to find out how much your home is worth. Buyers, interest rates are at an all-time low. The Barrett Group, 954-306-8607, located at 4977 North State Road 7, Tamarack, Florida. The Barrett Group, South Florida's real estate providers. Thanks, Barrett Group, for your kind sponsorship of this radio station.
Vaccine, come for your vaccine. Now your back arching, the syringe gone in. Vaccine, I get a vaccine. Vaccine, I get a vaccine. Vaccine, come for your vaccine. Now your back arching, the syringe gone in. Vaccine.
Don't round was a kiss for me, darling. Tell her, say, honey, me a touching on the street.
We've come too far to give up. 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 Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over.
Life still high, but me still not go dead. Strength of the key, me no lock out myself. Pray what you need and buckle up your belt. Save up your money and turn it in a wealth. Me I no God no, just a man who far from perfect. Like you, me no have every answer. Just be the best version of yourself.
Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over.
Nothing go wrong with fail, I no watch that. Learn from your mistake, which man I eat steak. How you fi pray that, range up a each gate. Grow your blossom and watch how your tree grow. Don't sell your soul for eBay. Focus on yourself in a real way. Me I talk to myself as well. If you take me one medicine.
Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over. Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over. We've come too far to give up. 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 Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other half of the show, the final hour of Lunch with TC, The Naked Truth. And again, I want to say thank you so very much if you have shared this show today, whether you share FlexFM.online or you share our Facebook page, ladies and gentlemen, if you even share our Twitch page. Thank you so very much for tagging and sharing. All right. I tell you, it's my FM, your FM. This is the best FM. It's a FM that can be your friend FM too. All you have to do is just tell a friend. For real. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, so before we go to the break just now, I was telling you about a story that's happening, and I am very flabbergasted about it. The fact that this is happening in my country. The fact that this struck me by surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Now, listen, I am going to read a few of the lines that we have gotten from the situation, and when you see the footage, and the videos are too gruesome for us to show the videos, ladies and gentlemen, even the photos are somewhat gruesome too to show. But I'm going to read what came out on Nationwide FM, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so that's the source that we get this information from. Now, police and JDF, that's the Jamaica Defense Force. Now, the Jamaica Consular Force is the police, and the Jamaica Defense Force, which is JDF, is the soldiers. Now, police and soldiers, let's say that for layman terms way. Now, police and soldiers sources says after the gunfight, a search was conducted, and it was observed that a woman, Tanika Garden, who was said to be sacrificed, was seen lying face down, dressed in white, with her throat slashed. Even this even reading it sound gruesome. And them say, a sacrifice? No, listen, I know this is Jamaica and this is my place. And we can expect anything happening in this day and age. But boy, may I tell you, sad indeed. For real. But I'm going to read the next paragraph, ladies and gentlemen. First image emerged of the aftermath of a bloody night at a church in Montego Bay, St. James. A joint police military force stopped it. What was believed to have been a bizarre human sacrifice ritual being conducted by a religious cult. 3 people were killed during the incident. And this is in Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen, a place where I was born and raised. Like Johnny Gill, I would say, my. It's somewhat sad how we can look at some of these things and we think that it's happening in other parts of the world and it wouldn't reach our shores, but unfortunately it is on our shores. It reached our shores, ladies and gentlemen. Cult. And maybe this will go on a long time, And them keep it on the hush-hush, but now the sacrifice, somebody just panic, I think. While the sacrifice are going on, somebody that was controlled by whatever possesses those persons, whatever energy or spirit or whatever possesses them, to sit there and, because listen, if me in a classroom and the teacher don't make sense to me, I raise my hand and stop the class. And that's a classroom. So if me in one church or something not sound right, me I go raise. This is why we always need to speak up, Yes, man. We need to do that, because here's what's happening right now. Our sons and our daughters, ladies and gentlemen, are suffering from this. Now, here's a image of what inside of the church may look like, the place. The cathedral, they are, this is the headquarters, I should say, where the ritual took place. And that, my friend, there is Mr. Kevin Smith, a very popular person in Montego Bay. If you're from Jamaica or you are, someone who knows the in and out and the culture of Jamaica, then you'll know that pastors play some major role there in Jamaica. For example, Pastor Blair. That's some images of Mr. Smith right there. Bossy man, or one man's a bossy. Look at this man, how this man a bossy man. Who could have bossy, sir? No, sir. No. Besides him being that boss, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. These are the guys that plays on people emotions and have people that bring them last, earn saving, two of them goat and cow. Because me say all two cow in the did for make sacrifice and so forth. Now them take the Bible thing to a whole different level. Them gone into a whole different ritual now in a man. So it's when Cain and Abel make the sacrifice to God himself. So them gone back to that now. So this is where them take it back to the core. So now I guess what they're actually doing in this essence is doing something authentic, so to speak. But what kills me is the persons, the people them who follow this. At what point do you stop and say, no, we not do this, you know. No, this wrong. People them not question them leader. And that is where we're having a problem. As I tell you, as youth grow, me already there at church, Sunday school, so you know me, I look at youth. And this man I say, because in a Sunday school, them teach us mostly about, you know, Jesus Christ. So most about the New Testament, them teach us as kids growing up in Sunday school. I'm not sure if that's what you have gotten when you were growing up as a child and going to Sunday school, if you even go to Sunday school. But when I was going to Sunday school, they taught us about Jesus Christ and the birth of Jesus Christ and so forth and thing. And I was curious about it, so me want to read and know more and so forth. Sean Kettle, me I tell you boy, Keith, Hardy, welcome my big brothers. My brothers, they are here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I raised my hand and said, how can we be Christ-like when not promote marriage, but Jesus Christ never get married? And I was a child when I asked that question, but I'm going to tell you what transpired after that. So you're saying that we should follow Christ and we should do this and we do that. And we say, but I want kids and Christ never have kids. So me start questioning these things. You know, say, Mr. Man take me up and put me out, and I heard on my way out, Mr. Man say, so the devil can sleep him way inside of you, inside of a place. So to me, I take that person because I feel like the man call me the devil. So right there and then when I come home early now, my parents ask me why I come home so early. Now bear in mind, I never have the kind of parents that will take me and march me back, go down there and say, why are you calling my son a devil? My parents was just some humble set of people. If you as a teacher come or a elder come and say me do this, then me probably get beaten without even stating my case. That's my parents. Now, me said to the man, why should we be Christ-like and walk and follow this man when you tell me this man will never get married, but me want to get married? This man will never have no picnic, but me want to have kids. So what me need to do then? So me need to walk with 12 man. If me going to be Christ. And then remember, you know, we are just kids, so we are going to be naive to these things. So if me going to be Christ-like, then me need to form a crew, a group. I need to have a group of men where we just, in them time, the Akkad car was a car, and he must say, well, Jesus and the 12 disciples traveling one Akkad. So me grew up one by a card, because me and my friend them traveling night. Not understanding what I go on, but this is what the teachers them do. This is what the man them are supposed to lead, the shepherd them are supposed to lead the flock do. Them not break down the thing to you as youth so you understand. So we are grow with this kind of knowledge now, like, yo, me want buy a card because me and my friend them traveling a one card like Jesus. Not knowing say another kind of card they attack. Explain it to us in layman terms. We are just kids. Is there a reason why Jesus never get married? Is there a reason why Jesus never display about having a girlfriend or a spouse? Never had sex? Or never have kids? Or we just hear about a part of their life. We don't know. But as a kid, and I'm curious, I want to know, I'm a raised man. And the man say, yo, you need to come out. Yeah, disrupt the lessons. Then on my way walking out, the man say, so the devil can't come in here? So, you know me not go back. I don't go back. So I say, alright, I mean, I can get answer elsewhere. So this is why when the Jehovah's Witness them I walk and knock people gate, me are the one them I will let them in for so long and talk. Because more answers and me I seek answers. You know what I mean? Better yet now, I have some grandparents now growing up, and then we give them last to them pastor. And when you ask them for it, them not have it, I just them offering them off to drop at church. And I say, but what the hell? I ask if you have a pair of socks. Oh, I don't have it. I just have this for this and I have this for go drop my offering at church. So that take precedent now over even our needs, you know, not even we wants, you know. Our needs. And then you know if your grandparents that are the same suit, your parents them a follow. So therefore, I say, no man, this coming like a curse. they're more devoted to that. So you can see how they could be easily led into a cult. Not saying that all churches are like that, you know, because remember, you know, you have one pastor in Jamaica, you know, the first pastor that reported have a licensed gun, you know. And that was raised my eyebrow in such a way that I said, so, oh, that man if you walk with a licensed Bible, why am I walk with a gun? Because when I tell me one thing, but when I do something different. And understand when you deal with kids, oh, you have to be a light, an example to kids. So when I tell me one thing, but una do something different. So una understand something different from what we understand. So explain to us now why. Why? Because you may think that if you had really explained to us, we may want to walk with a gun to and not the Bible. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I grow up to be a man now, I realize, so, yo, life is real, you know. And everything with the man are reading in this book here, you know, you're going to say, turn the other cheek on them something, you know. And a man mash up one side of your cheek, you know. I don't have time for turn the other cheek if you mash up that, you know. I need that one, you have to chew my dumpling them. So what you going to do? The book say turn the other cheek? No, man. So I'm going to start be a realist now. I'm going to start taking on a different perspective in terms of belief now. So I just start to believe what I feel. So if I'm hungry, I can't tell you say I'm hungry because I feel the hunger in me. So I need food. So you can't come tell me, say, go down for me and pray and I will get food. Because I will literally put a plate down there and I pray. And if I walk my arm, I don't see no food in there. Woe be unto you and who? So that not going to work for me. I don't know if that works for you, but that not work for me. I remember I said something one time and some Christians get offended by it when I said, a woman make a post and she show a picture with her refrigerator filled with food, both freezer and the refrigerator part. And she said, before I go down on my knee and thank God, I'm going to thank the man we work 7 days a week for make this possible right here, so. In me a thank first. And I post it on my social media page, and ladies and gentlemen, they would have killed me. May I tell you? I asked the question, was she wrong to say that? The Christian them take offense to it, boy. And me I say, yo, listen, one for understand, you know. And everybody I got believe what you believe, you know. People are going to have them own belief star. So you can't knock the people on their belief. You just do your thing, man. This is, hey, listen, I don't even know why we have so much denomination. It come like franchises. For real, I've read a post where somebody say, yo, religion is like franchises. Somebody post it in the chat room here. And for real, it's like franchises. You have the McDonald's franchise, you have the Golden Cross franchise, you have the Wendy's franchise, and religion is coming like it just the same. It's which one you choose to stop and eat. Now so it go. Kojo, early meds, now so it go. So I am just saying, ladies and gentlemen, we all should know what we're getting into. These persons who gone to this human sacrifice now, I don't know what chapter or scripture or book them I read. That's you willing to make yourself a sacrifice like that. I don't think God wants you to do that. No, because the book said, God tell this man, I said, bring your son come and make him a sacrifice. Meaning him bring him son God if I make him son a sacrifice. I really don't believe in that foolishness. No man can come tell me if I make my son a sacrifice. Put your son down there first, and when me see what happened to your son. And that me I go ask you, what happened to your son? But the book says, bring your son and make him a sacrifice. And when the man do that, then God stop him. But it come like them never reach the part in the book where it says God did stop him. Them just go on. Boy, I don't know what them people are thinking. But one of the biggest story out of Jamaica right now in a Montego Bay, ladies and gentlemen. Norwood. Hot here now. Man, I see a truck back with people. We have a clip inside that video. I'm going to show it real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Alright? So I'm going to roll the dice real quick so you can just get a quick look at. And this is not, there's nothing gruesome about this video. This is why we unpicked this one to show you. Alright? So what we're going to do, we're going to ensure that what is shown here, ladies and gentlemen, you watch at your own discretion. Alright? A quick synopsis of it. Roll the dice.
behind us is the scene of it's Pathways International Church, where we had an incident last night. A member of this church who had been injured, apparently when she chose to disobey some instructions given to her by the leaders of this organization, reported to the police that she had been injured, and other information that led us to believe that the persons here were at risk. We're aware that 144 congregants had been told to come here. On responding to that report from the person who was injured and coming here, the first teams of police that arrived were shot at, and so they waited on reinforcements to come. We were very concerned that some form of ritualized killing was going to take place here, and so we did an entry last night. We found that there were a couple of people who had been injured by other members of the church. We secured the premises, held the people. I think there were about some 14 children, was it? 14 children there. And we have 31 women now. So we see that as a rescue of these children based on what we saw when we came in. There are cult-like behaviors and cult-like a setup that we have seen here. Now, obviously, further investigations is going to reveal everything. We have a number of people that we're taking statements from, and we have had the scene of the crime people come and process the scene, and we will be updating as we go along. We have three people are dead. How many do we have in hospital? Right, and 3 persons hospitalized. Following every lead in this investigation, as I say, early days yet. There was a police woman here, and we are processing that as well. We have the CPFSA there and the other services, child services and so on, to determine what should happen with those children and perhaps some of the other vulnerable people in the group. So this has been an effort of many, not just the police, but clearly, you know, the courts are responding, the CPFSA, child services, all of the other entities are responding. But I am concerned about anything like this. Hopefully it's not the start of a wave of it. I don't see any sign of that. But of course it's a cause of concern. They have been on the radar, but not necessarily specifically about what is happening, what happened yesterday. But we got, you know, as soon as it came to our attention, we responded based on what we saw. And I think it was very good, and it's really kudos to Senior Superintendent Ellis and his team, that they took it seriously and moved in the way they did to get this matter resolved. Otherwise, we could have perhaps had more persons killed. Please don't allow or disallow people from carrying out religious activities unless it becomes a crime. We have very little or no real authority to stop anybody from carrying out a religious practice till they start to break the law.
Have individuals who can in fact influence people, and those are the ones who, when they are brought to attention, security will have to monitor. Because as indicated by the commissioner, the police did not intervene last night, and in a sense it was after good fortune when the lady who was injured came to the police, and the police rescued the scene. We could have had far more serious incident. The whole question of the right to assemble together and the practice religion is raised, and it's something we'll have to look at. But from my understanding of the current legislation and the constitution, it's very difficult to do anything to stop the events happening. We have a very strong constitution dealing with the rights of individuals. Aspects of it should allow you to place more responsibility on individual being held accountable, but we don't have, I think we have not used that or interpreted that aspect of the Constitution very often in the judiciary, what they call the lateral responsibility of individuals. we may have to look at what legislation exists and may be necessary.
Particularly for the parents as well.
Well, just what general individual responsibility, because as I said, especially as it relates to children and the accountability of parents.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I can tell you this much, that it's really and truly sad to see. It's a sad day in my country. It's a sad day when people are, I'm looking for a lack of better word here. I wouldn't say that they are confused. I wouldn't say that. I think they have been brainwashed. I think that's the right word to use. I think they are brainwashed, ladies and gentlemen, into being a part of such organization, to be a part of such group. Now, I'm quite sure that you're probably going with the notion that, you know, this is a church and this is something, because, hey, I don't know if you all ever gone to a church where them say these people are miracle workers, you know. I don't know if you know that. But trust and believe me when I say that these persons place, if I want tent them off, or I want warehouse, it black, you know. I see people are sending much money through mail, you know, man. And when we come back, I want to look back of water, you know. Say a holy water. I want to look back with oil. Say a holy oil. And that's all you get for the money where you're sending them. And them say, rub this on your forehead 2 times a day and ray. I mean, I tell you the truth, if you work hard enough and you start to achieve, kill you dead at the oil where you are rubbing. So now you're going to buy more oil, you know. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, kill you dead at the water, you know, where you take one sip a day time, you know. But you get up every day, I go work hard, see me till one day the boss say, yo, I like how you work hard and come in and, you know, kill you dead, you know. Oh, God do it, you know. Yeah, I mean, not nobody believes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying this is how we are as human beings. Because this is how man abduct some people and family member to them. Come in and be nice to you. And when they be nice to you, you let your guard down because you say, oh, he's nice or oh, she's nice. And then before you know it, them bring you out and car, drugs you off and then them gone. Them can't. Nobody are going to believe that person because that person too nice to you. Better and behold are the same neighbor where you trust, the same uncle or the same auntie, the same brother or the same sister, the same son or the same daughter, the same mother or the same father. They are the same one who did the most devious thing to you. But this brother Kevin Smith, boy, I don't know how the cookie crumble, but ladies and gentlemen, it's a sad day, man, to go be, especially up there in the city of Norwood. For real. Boy, I tell you, one of those things. Just one of those things. What can I say? Let's pray for the people who believe in prayer, yeah? And who don't believe in prayer. Let's ask the energy and the gods to watch over them. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here's a story that makes the chat room lively, full of fire. A woman wrote, I have the worst luck with man. I can't laugh. Ooh, my mama. You hear what's going on with the Buju Banton story though. So it seems like when Buju daughter have gone missing and them say she's not missing and she now got to the police station feel safe. And I said that maybe it has something to do with her father or maybe somebody in the force that she's close to or maybe, I don't know. Well, it's alleged that it's Buju Banton who is the abuser. And I said alleged. No, there's no story that has broken or nothing that has been confirmed that Buju come up front and deny or he has confirmed anything. So, silent of the lamb, ladies and gentlemen, until we have gotten word from Mr. Mary that yes, I did or no, I didn't, then we will report on it. But right now, that's alleged. Okay? So it's alleged. She said that it's her father and she's saying like, you know, she had some subliminal thing like, seriously, come on now. Like, my father is so active on social media. So you guys don't wonder, since him sweet daughter who him loves so much gone missing, how comes him not gets active on social media same way? Well, family issues that, ladies and gentlemen. for real, and it's internal. So we'll allow them to work that out and so forth, because we know it go as parent too. We can. That's a whole story within itself. It will take probably 50 minutes. We don't have that much time, so I have like 30 minutes I work with right now. But let's get through the story here. We'll talk about that and see if it come up in the news between now and tomorrow. We'll have a discussion on it. But if not, then let's sleep in dog light, right? All right. I have the worst luck with men. Let's read. I am 36. I have had a few lovers. Okay, let me take a spot with that something. I will think so at 36. I am 36. I have had a few lovers, but I do not have children. I have been legally married twice. I have never had a relationship that has lasted for more than 3 years. Keep tracking. I did not have sex until I graduated from university. My boyfriend did not have to pursue me. I told him that if we had sex, he would have to marry me. Here we go. Let's read on some more. And he agreed, by the way. We got married, and then the most horrible thing happened. I found out that this man was married. Let me continue read and see if this was in Africa, because I'm quite sure that's bigamy in Jamaica. And the story is coming out of Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen. So if you and him get married, is it a legitimate marriage, or him just have some friend or something and just so him can't have sex with you? Boy, oh, people can't go so far just to have sex. So you can't marry in the US and married in Jamaica either, you know. It's not valid. You can't marry in Canada and married in Jamaica. It's still not valid. It's still a bigamy. Now, I found out this man was married. Was is the operative word there. Now, why is that a problem? She said, I almost died. I look a girl that have a problem, you know. I had a big woman, yeah. Let me start over again if you just join us. And you tell me, because we're going to dissect this in the most respectful way. Alright? Help me out here, guys. I did not have sex until I graduated from university. My boyfriend did not have to pursue me. I told him that if we had sex, he would have to marry me. And he agreed. We got married, and then the most horrible thing happened. I found out that this man was married. I almost died. I told him that I would never forgive him. And he said all he wanted to do was to love me and have sex with a virgin. Have mercy. Let's continue. So she do away with that relationship. She done with that. Hopefully she got a divorce. Then she said no, because then if she go on, because it seems like she love married, if she gonna have sex, you have to marry her first. So if we are gonna dissect this, you know, if she said, I am 36, I have had a few lovers. Different from being married, you know. Yeah. But with this one, I don't know what's different why she say in order for us to have sex, we have to marry first. I tell you, some people married for all the various reasons. This man, they just want a virgin. She have a few lovers, and I them never had sex with her because she was a virgin then. I got involved with another man, and he was a nice guy, but immature. I thought I could change him. We got married. Oh, Jesus. But he was unable to get me pregnant. We went to many doctors. His relatives started to call me a mule. And when I talked to him, he said he couldn't stop them. He wasn't making much money, so I had to pay all the bills. Sometimes I had to work late while he used to do the cooking. He started to tell me that I should come home earlier. I told him that I will come home earlier when he is able to pay the bills. Argument arise in our marriage now. Everything we talk about, he told his relatives about it. We had a big argument, and I called him Mama Man. He left the house and went to stay with his parents. I did a very stupid thing. I called the man who took my virginity. What you call the ex-husband. I really know if they get a divorce. What you call the other husband. So she said she did a very stupid thing. She called the man who actually took her virginity. I was crying and he come over and I end up in bed with him. I could not believe that I did that. So I would do it. That more I know. So I would do it. Whether you do it, I would do it. So I have been asking myself why I can't keep a man. I divorced the second guy. I am now living in the US and I got married again. Oh Jesus, peace. Take the pillar and give me the case, or take the case and give me the pillar. Tell me for documents, my girl. I've been asking myself why I can't keep a man. I divorced the second guy and I'm now living in the US and I got married again. But this guy just pretended that he loved me. He was involved in drugs, so I became afraid of him. He got involved with one of my friends. I could not deal with it, so we separate and then I divorce him. My Lord, let's go. Continue reading, TC. I am now seeing a man who is in his 60s. Not to laugh at the situation, but yo, honestly, it's comedic to me, for real. She says, I am now seeing a man who is in his 60s, and he is the best man I have ever had. People think that I am with him because of what he can give me, but that is not so. I really love him. He treats me so well. His children also love me. He can give me what I need, and that is plenty of attention. He has the time. I see him every day. He does not like fast food, so I cook for him every weekend. I still have my own apartment. He told me that I should keep it as long as I want to live alone. I wonder why. He can give me anything that I need. I think I am going to stick with this man. He is very smart. What do you think of this relationship? Why, my people? You tell me what you think of this relationship before we go to what the counselor said. For real. Because she have money so she can pray for the divorce. Money around the world. Early Made said that. Marvin Linton, a big up Early Maids. Vatican that, Early Maids. And when you see all these top-notch people who are a part of this nastiness, our country is doomed. Policeman, politician, entertainers, seriously sad reality with the country. For real, it is. They get tough and wicked, my lord. Need a savior. But to the story, ladies and gentlemen, this young lady needs a serious help, because if she left, if she said she's with this 60-year-old person, this man named 60s, and she said this man is a very nice man and so forth. Anybody who have been with a man of them thing there, you hear about the one that I talked about earlier this week with the sugar daddy. Same thing. And these men have the time and so forth. And what she needs is attention. And the other little man that give attention, but him just gonna get her pregnant. You said it, not me. The one before, they just want a virgin. You come to the US and the other one, you know, him just a juggis and them something there and beer things. And I think I'm not sure what this young lady wants still, in my own word, but I would think that this young lady needs to just take 2 steps back from relationship, period, and find herself. That's what I think. I don't think that she seems desperate to have a man to marry and to settle on, and I think that she's of the age where she think that she's the clock, her biological clock is ticking away, and I think that that's what her problem is, and that's just my thought. That's my opinion to it, what I think. And I think that she should just take 2 steps back and realize that, you know, you say you can't cook, you can't clean, you can't do this, you have your own place and everything. Stop rushing, make it find you. You don't have to find it. And I think you have time because this man is 60 and you find him. So, you see, time is there, man. Don't worry yourself, man. You have the time. And I think the problem is you're rushing it. And this marriage thing too, where you get married, it don't look good on the resume, man. Jesus Christ, if me and you meet now and you tell me say married how much time, me go wonder what something alright, man. Me go start things as something alright. So before you get into that, because I think that you are a little bit on it than the rest, because the fact that you tell the first man say if you're not gonna have sex, you have to marry to you first, that means this is the routine with all the other rest of man them. So therefore ends why you're married so many times because of you want this is why I tell some people say, yo, when I run down this thing called marriage, just live your life now, man. Now our mileage up, you know. Our mileage gone through the roof, you know. This woman have a lot of mileage, you know. And just understand, this is life. There's no such thing as a perfect person. So it seems like you're searching for a perfect person. And it's not the person who will give you the most attention. There will be days when this person cannot afford to give you the attention that you truly desire. And then you're going to say, in change. No, you have to be willing to compromise to a young lady. For real. You have to be willing to compromise and to give and take. This is what life is about. We don't talk about relationship. This is what life is about. Willing to give and take. Today him dey on top, tomorrow you go on top. If him cannot afford to pay the bill and you pay it, you don't use that as a weapon and say if you want to come home early then you can pay the bills. Because one day you may cannot pay it and him can pay it, and remember those words, those seeds that you planted. I don't know what you think of marriages or what entails in a marriage, but I'm quite sure you must have gotten some counseling, some marriage counseling going into these marriages that would have helped you and your spouse to stay on the right and narrow path. Now, should I take it that you didn't get the counseling? Then if you're close with your parents, like one man you call him a mama man, through him have a good relationship with his parents. Now, sometimes you can't find that. Another man would lick you in your face long time. This man just rather taking things and go hang out with his parents than to put him on point. That to me is not necessarily a mama man. It's a good man. But you don't like to paint man as them just, these men are just all the same and them bad. Anyway, let's see what the counselor said. Your letter is proof that a college education does not always make a person wise. Somebody get me something to drink. No, sir, this one some rum. I can't drink this sober. Your letter has proved that a college education does not always make a person wise. You kept yourself and you promised that you would marry the man who took your virginity. Right? But you behave as if all men were genuine. No, there are so many women like you who believe that you have something special that no other woman has, which is so true. This man didn't see you as special, except for the fact that you were a virgin, and he wanted to have sex with a virgin. You did not check this man out thoroughly. You just believe what he told you, and he tricked you. The man was a big liar, and your university training failed to help you to recognize that he was a liar and a deceiver. I am sorry to know that he did that to you. I'm sorry to know what he did to you. I don't want to be hard on you, but you were naive. Then after you kick him out of your life and marry another man, that guy did not help you either. You went to have a man, you wanted to have a man in your life, but you needed many counseling sessions to help you to make the right decision, which is true. I just said that. Said she needed to speak to some marriage counsel, right? Cool. Now, concerning this man who was dealing with drugs. Now, first before you go to sub counselor, remember to say the man when she kick out, she go call back the man with the light to her and go sleep with him. How smart is she? Remember that counselor, I don't know why you missed that part there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember, you know, the first man lie and kill her wicked, you know, she almost died. Remember, I emphasized on that. She said, I almost died. The way she was hurt. And she go back to sleep with the same man. Yes. So you tell me now where a college degree do now. Anyway, move on. Concerning this man who was dealing with drugs. You did the right thing by leaving him. If you had stayed with him, you might have ended up in prison. Because many people have got arrested because their spouses are involved in drugs, which is true. It is not very easy for an innocent spouse to prove that he or she is not also involved, which is right. Now you are with a much older man. He loves you and you love him. I hope that the relationship will grow stronger. I wish both of you well. Don't forget to pray and ask the good Lord to help you to make the right decision, says the counselor, ladies and gentlemen. Now, with that being said, Lord Jesus, boy, I hope before my daughters make decisions like this, she would find it in her best interest to have a sit down with dad and let us have a conversation first. For real. I do hope that. Sean Kettle, I hope they have persons in their corner that they could talk to before. I'll tell you about an incident real quick and fast, ladies and gentlemen. So, I have remember one time a family member of mine was getting married, and he's active in this church. This church is his home church. He's big on the church board and everything. But apparently, as a young man, and these churches don't actually counsel these young men into these things when them say, guys, it's obvious. If I am running an organization like a church, maybe not a big one, a small one. A small one is more easier for you to handle. So you will see and know everything that's happening around. Because them church people, them church people business like a regular people, let me know. A people like other people see them like they are superior because they are Christians. No, they are regular people like me and you. And they make the same mistake like you and I. Trust and believe it. Don't try to see them any other way. They are regular persons like you and I. It's just the title that differentiates us. And because of the title, makes you feel like they are more superior than you are. They are not. Regular man, regular woman. Trust me. All right. So, here's what happened now, ladies and gentlemen. And this is real. So, the fact that this young man attend this church and he's the person who heads probably the choir and so forth, so he's familiar and friendly with a lot of the girls in the church. And one young girl that he was supposedly seeing migrated and so forth. So when she migrated, him started to see another person. Then this girl that him supposed to, as you know, she came back to Jamaica and said, yo, are you my come find her? And this man goes, quote unquote, saying, pray on it. And the good Lord said, listen, she if we go with you know. So this man said, I follow the voice in him head and say, I go with that one day. Now that him go with that one day now, it caused a big mischief in the church because now he was with this one. But he was honest enough to call over this one and tell this one that this is why I'm doing. Now it looked harsh, but wasn't that the right thing to do? More than pulling one through the dirt? But because of the title, no, you shouldn't do that. But the man said he prayed on it. And the voice said, just like the voice tell this man, say, take your son and bring him to the altar and make him a sacrifice. What you see him do? You see him question nothing, him go do it. That's why I tell you when not talk about the books and so forth, and when the book say this and the book say that, you have to be careful how you translate the book. So now the pastor for the church, the head pastor now, decides to him not marrying them because they wanted to get married in the same church that they met. The man say him not marrying them. Wouldn't it be best you counsel them? Then you just decide to say not marry them. So me say then you need to give back the money then, because me can't believe say this is a church where this man gives free services or based on the fact say it's the church that he attend. He gave give him time. And anytime they need any assistance with anything, him give it freely. So now that he wants to get married, the pastor shouldn't charge me to be married in this church. Now so it go. But however, the pastor still a charge him a fee. And you know them are going to make up some things, say, boy, for the baptism water and for the tool to read them and so forth. And for use the church building and, yeah. You know them are going to do all of them things. So, I wasn't even there. I was here in the States and I said, let me talk. I call them and I say, when the day, like tomorrow supposed to be the wedding and the pastor said I'm not doing it. So I make a phone call down there and I say, yo, tell the pastor I want to talk to him. So they went in and they give the pastor the phone. I said, Mr. B, I don't know you. I grew up in the community, but don't remember if you are a newly head pastor at the church. I know the church run, it was a little tent and so forth. But the young man who you refuse to get married tomorrow is somebody who I know very well. And if you don't want to marry him and his wife to be, that is your choice. And I have to respect that. But here, me and you have a whole different argument. Now, I have some youth outside our church. I wait to collect back the money. So you see, if by the time you give back the person who give you that phone here, and you don't give them back the phone with the money, you can't go home tonight and I hang up my phone. Just like that. Pastor and a pastor. Just like that. I just make the man know, so I have some brethren outside. I wait for the call to tell me if you give back the money. So you see the person will bring the phone and come get, so when you give them back the phone and them the money same time too, I'm just hang up. Sure enough, I get a call say, yeah, we get it back in full, man. For real. And sometimes you just have to deal with things so broke because a bad man thing you deal with. You don't want to do it, but you want to hold on upon the youth them money. Don't do that something there, Mr. B. Because you may have to go find a different place of worship. That may I tell you. For real. Now, I don't understand how you promote this thing and you make the young kids them in there want to know, say, if they want to go sleep with them one day, them have to baptize first and all them something there. So now them pressure into these things now. And now when them pressure into this thing now, them go falter because now them get involved into something they don't know nothing about. And guess what happen? Now them become backsliders and all kind of name want to find for them. Fornicators and one amount of word want to bill and write and put on for demonize the people them. And I am saying to myself, say, listen, this is why I'm going to follow up on phone thing, you know. To each his own, that's what me say, you know. And I'm going to stick to that, to each his own. Because when you create these things to make the people them look like every time them fall, them supposed to stay down. And the people who knock them the most is you guys who supposed to look out for them, to pick them up. And that is what I have a problem with. Oh, your backside, you need to go down at back at church and Ray and we need to make an example out of and so forth. Pick them up, brush them off and say, listen, I'm not my place to judge you. I'm just here to help you. Great is he who judge all. That's how you fear express to the youth. Them express to the youth. Them say, yo, before you get involved in this, make us sit down and do some counseling, some classes. Both of you need to come and we talk and make us know understand what not get involved in and the requirements and if you don't have that. And you don't have to talk like a student counsel. You don't just pastor alone, you know. You don't just come for preach on Sunday and wait in there and collect coffee and keep it moving, you know. You don't have to counsel the youths, them man. Counsel them before them baptize. What's the importance of if you're baptized and the necessary thing of backslide. If you're backslide, what is the next measure and so forth. But you don't demonize the youths, them man. And who know the reason why, you know? Because you don't fully understand it. You don't go to church long enough now, so the pastor sit down, so him say, who next? Because I used to active every day in a church. Yo, Mr. Manderson, come here. Starting next week, I had pastor here, sir. So we are suit and a tie. We will collect some offering for you buy a suit and a tie and a nice shoes. Or you need a pair of socks to hear. And if you can't find a good tie, if you can't find a good tie, we'll do a second offering. And we'll get you a couple tie. Cool? Alright. And we'll just put the man in a spot and say preach. And them a preach a good sermon and say, look at you, bad man, you other people them a go on. But one thing I tell about preaching, ladies and gentlemen, it no matter where you're going, they go say, everybody, I when them here chat, hear them, amen. Yes, pastor. Yes. And when them here tell, say, them a do wrong, you know. Say, you have a sister, we live round a woy, and she take the people them goat, and not give them back nothing. And the same people will take the goat, hear them, amen. Yes, talk, pastor. So everybody just agree. As some yes man them, I'm sure I say as some amen man them. So this is why me personally say to each his own. So me just look on the umbro and say, umbro, now that you get your money, find a different church and go marry the woman where you're interested in. It has been 15 years, ladies and gentlemen, and counting. That young man is still married today. How do I know that? That young man is my brother. My biological brother. This is why I know that. 15 going on 16 years now, and I'm still married and live with the same person up until this day. Because the man said, him pray about it. I want if you hear me I say, oh boy say him pray about it, and the voice in my head say, that person here. So I'm going to leg out that one here and him go to that one here and say, well, this is my decision I'm going to do, you know. And because everybody has said, yo, I hear that thing that she just come back from foreign and so no, but the voice tell him, see there, 16 years after them, see him 1 o'clock it. That's why if him did follow them now, because the pastor did in favor for the one where they are at church, because she play a big role upon the church board, because I think she was the accountant and she have a good job. So she was a quality member, because fear offering did enough. We don't see that one they abroad, but that one we see and fear offering did match up our 10% match up our paycheck, so she win favor for. That's why the pastor really and truly never want in favor for the next one. But him check say I did idiot him deal with. Through my youth, my little brother move simple. I one phone call, I just call my brother and say, yo, go in there and give him that phone here. That's it. And I say, dog, but I tell you this. I may not know you, but I have some lion outside. I wait for me to get one phone call to find out if this a man. You see, by the time you hand back the phone to that person, you don't hand back the money to him, the dogs them outside are come feed. And all way you never give you, I get take. Yo, remember me tell you, man, him can't preach at the place there again. Because you feel like, listen, I lived in that community before even the church built, before even him come the pastor. So we build it. And we build it. Enough of my offer me used tired and offer me used to throw that too. I mean to go there too, regular. So him to understand himself, ladies and gentlemen. So sometimes you have to be abrupt with certain things. You don't care what kind of title some people hold. Because a title some people I use and I hold down some people. This young lady, marriage, have her around the place like whoa. Because the young man still get where him get. Him lie and him deceitful and everything and still take your virginity. And you still bring back the thing go give the man same way. You still bring it back again. So what? So what now, my girl? Well, I hope this relationship with this 60 plus year old man work out. I hope that you will be there for him when he is weak and not strong, if you know what I mean. I hope that you will see him in the same light when him wrinkle up and everything. And you say, boy, him like the cook, but you only cook on weekend. I hope you start cook during the week too. And not just weekend alone. You say him kids them cheer for you and everything. And I hope it do work out. And I hope that you have learned from these lessons, because at the end of the day, what happened here with this young lady, ladies and gentlemen, is life lessons. And I said, I wish my kids, my girls, would talk to me before. Even you go talk to a pastor. For real. Come talk to daddy. Daddy is here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. I do hope you guys have a grand day today. I'll be back tomorrow between the hours of 12 and 2 with more Lunch with TC. The naked truth, where some people can't angle. But hey, over a period of time, then we'll get it.
Perfect. Like you, me not have every answer.
Alright? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we know that we will make it. For real. We will make it. Alright? So my producer just cue me with the Vibes Cartel there. So me I go with him there. We are right out with that. Thumbs up. Mad love and mad respect, man. I love you guys. And I do hope that the story that we highlight today, there will be changes tomorrow in a much better way for some of the friends, loved ones of persons who are saying condolences right now. But we come too far to give up, ladies and gentlemen. I will not give up. And we will not give up. And as long as breath is in this body, I know that there will be a much brighter day. Not only for me, but for you, our flexers. I love you guys. Turn me up here, man.
Pulling me closer, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over. Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over. We've come too far to give up. 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 Sometimes I can feel the weight on my shoulders pulling me downwards, but I know and believe it will get better. Life isn't over.
Morning radio should be far from boring. It should be spicy with a splash of awesome sauce. Look who's back, your host, Destiny. Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. FLEXX FM to inspire, empower, and entertain. Don't mute my sound. Monday through Friday, 8 to 10. Log in. Do the right thing. FLEXX FM.
No political warfare. No more blackmailing, more killing. No more disregard for human life.
DJ Shenta Days represent for the